जय गुरुदेव. ओम. 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 अखंडमंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं विश्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुमिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Till last session we have seen the 7 sutras of first Upanishad. That is all about the Yoga Maya, how not to get trapped in Yoga Maya, how to come out of that, what to avoid, and how to remain in this, out of the clutches of Yoga Maya. Now we are discussing we were discussing about the 7th sutra, Jagruta Swapna Sushupta Bhede Turya Bhoga Sambhava. What is Turya? It is the continuous remaining in awareness, continuous awareness through the 3 states of our existence. That is Jagrut, Swapna and Sushupti. When the Siddha is in Turya state, the Siddha remains alert in the all 3 other states also. So how it happens? So the Turya is the uninterrupted and harmonious awareness that is in the 3 states. The Jagrata means when we are awake, that always our chitta is in the present moment. Then Swapna also our chitta is somehow involved in what is being seen in the dream state. And Sushupti is a very deep sleep. Their chitta is not in a waking mode. Chitta is supta, means dormant state. So that's why we don't remember, because memory is part of chitta, and we don't remember anything because there is nothing get registered in our memory during the Sushupti avastha. So but what we get during these 3, and what is a form of these 3 avastha is Shiva is saying in the next 3 sutras. The 8th sutra says Jnanam Jagrutam. Knowledge is received in a waking state. Whatever knowledge that we receive is the information from the sensory organs that we receive is the knowledge, and that is Jnanam. When we are in a awakened state, then only we receive information through our sensory organs or the action organs or through mind also. So what happens during that? The information is received on the sensory through these sensory organs that gets into the mind. At the level of mind, it reaches to the ahamkara first, that whether this information is related to me or not. If it is related to me, then only the buddhi starts working on that. If it is not related to me, then I will simply ignore it. So then the buddhi, that intellect, comes in force. Then it starts deciding whether it is good, bad, how to go ahead with this, and then with the help of chitta, with the help of memory also, buddhi works on that. Then the chitta takes a final call and what is to do it, and it all happens within fraction of second. We don't understand what is happening. It's so fast, it's faster than any computer it happens. So our antar indriyas, the ahankar, antakaran chatushte, works very fast. So through that we get the knowledge, jnanam, jagruta. Swapna vikalpaha. Swapna is a dream state, that is vikalpa, because it is not true thing. Whatever we see in dream, it is just a combination of some random thoughts, something that is stored in our memory, that some past things, or we can have some glimpse of future things. It's all amalgamation of all these things. Plus, the before sleeping, what is the last thought in our mind, that also plays an important role um, in getting the swapna or the dream. And it is vikalpa. Shiva says it is not true. So vikalpa is an illusionary aspect. So all the swapnas are illusionary. We should not give that much attention to swapna. So where they are like shadows and they keep on changing. We, even when we get up, we don't remember 100% dream. We remember some of the glimpse of the dream. So, and it's very in a fragmented manner. So don't consider this as a true thing, because swapno vikalpaha. Dreams are always illusionary. Then the 10th sutra says aviveko maya sushuptam. This is very important sutra, because sushupti is the state. It is a deep sleep where the atma tattva is very prominent during that state. Though we don't remember, because our chitta is not alert during that time. Chitta is jada, and chitta gets the energy from the chitta shakti from the vijnanamaya kosh. This is for the higher level of sadhaka. But for a normal person, chitta remains dormant during the sushupti or the deep sleep. So we don't remember anything. Normal people, they don't remember anything. Here we will we'll quickly see the sadhan chatushtay. In Viveka Chudamani, Acharya Adi Shankaracharya has beautifully described the 4 ways of doing sadhana or spiritual practice. That is called sadhan chatushtay. The first is viveka, second is vairagya, third is shata sampatti, and fourth is mumukshatva. Where viveka means discrimination, the ability to see what is good and what is bad. Vairagya means non-attachment, not getting attached to any of the mundane world or anything, even with the jnana or the knowledge or the wisdom. Don't get attached to anything. That is vairagya. Then shata sampatti, it is a wealth having 6 aspects: shama, dama, titiksha, shanti, shraddha, and samadhan. Here the 6th wealth are: shama means the tranquility of chitta, dama means having control over our sensory organs or other organs, that is a dama. Then uparati is the withdrawal, the ability to get withdrawn from the outer world and remain with our inner core. Then titiksha is the tolerance, having tolerance in any sort of disturbance. Shraddha is the faith on Guru, faith on our own self, faith on the cosmic energy. And samadhan is the contentment. So these are the 6 types of wealth a sadhak or a spiritual seeker must carry while traveling on the path. Then only he can prosper, then only he can walk on this path of spiritual sadhana or spiritual practice. And fourth is the mumukshatva. This is the inner urge to know our own self, or to know the cosmic energy, or to know the Shiva, or to know the Krishna, whatever Paramatatva. That is the inner urge. Unless and until the sadhak has this inner urge, he or she cannot walk on this path. Whatever he or she can be doing is only remains at a superficial level, unless and until he has the inner urge about reaching to that destination, or to be with Shiva, to have the higher level of sadhana, to know your own self, Atma Tattva, remaining in the Atma Bhava. So here aviveko maya sushuptam. Here Shiva says sushupti is maya without the presence of viveka. That we have seen. What is the sushupti avastha? Is the chitta is jada, dormant, no viveka. Viveka is a part of buddhi. The 5 qualities of buddhi contains, one is viveka, vairagya, shanti. There are few qualities of buddhi. Chitta along with Buddhi, all Antakaran Chatushtaya is dormant during the Sushupti Avastha. That's why absence of judgment or description is there. So we don't know what is happening. It is a deep sleep. It is a slumber. Very deep sleep we are having. So when these things are dormant, but the Maya is appearing around us. Though we are sleeping, everything is happening around us, but we are not registering or we are not getting any impression of that because of the state of the chitta. So this inability to judge or to grasp what is going on around is the aviveko. That's why the sushupti is aviveko. Maya, we can't grasp what is happening, what is a Maya going around. So Maya keeps changing from one state to another. Like that, from deep sleep we can go to again we can enter into the dream state or we get awakened. So these are the transforming happening. But these changing patterns of the consciousness and thus remaining conscious in the state with all ability to understand what is happening or what is discriminate and doesn't get trapped into the Maya is the during the sleep is the part of sadhana. That is one aspect. Because of that, the Siddha Yogi, the yogi doesn't get trapped into Yoga Maya. So this is the 10th sutra. Then the 11th sutra says, Tritiya Bhokta Vireshaha. Victorious is the one who enjoys the three states or who relish the three states, which are these Jagrut, Swapna and Sushupti. But the person, the Viresha means he is a person full of valor. The sadhana, spiritual sadhana is very difficult aspect, very difficult task you can say. One should be very determined on this path. And the sadhak who remains awakened in these three states, remain in a Turiya Bhav, is the Viresha. Viresha, here great heroic or warrior, Shiva says. So all these heroic abilities the sadhak gets when he remains awake in the three states, remain in a conscious state, in the three Swapna, Sushupti and Jagruta Avastha. Then the Siddha remains in a state of Chinmatra or Chidrupa. The Chitta remains at an elevated state of continuous awareness, and that is Chidrupa. And this is a Turiya Bhog. This is a Bhog for the Atma Tattva. Turiya is a Bhog for the Atma Tattva. Remaining, the Chitta remains awakened in the three states. For a common person, for the body-mind complex, the Bhog are different. That is all worldly matters like eating, sleeping, or having some luxury items, or hearing to some good song, or any type of thing that makes us happy. That is a bhoga for sharira, and that is sharira means body and mind means for the at the mental state. So this is the rejoicing of Turiya is Turiya Bhoga. And how it happens? Remaining awake in the three stages, Jagrut, Swapna and Sushupti. Then Vismayo Yoga Bhumika. This awakening, remaining awake in the three states and remaining away from all what is happening around is Yoga Bhumika. So the yogi gets established in the neutral role as a seer. The Atma is always witness everything. There is no doership. Whatever is being happening at body-mind level is all karmas or kriyas. Whatever is happening, Atma Tattva is only witnessing these things. Atma never takes part in any of our actions. That is a Yoga Bhumika. And the Siddha remains in the Yoga Bhumika. So the Chitta keeps receiving information without any prejudice or without no reaction takes place. Generally, 99.9% actions of ours are only reaction to others' actions. We are very, very less proactive. Our own actions are very less, whereas our reactions are more. That's why our chitta is always remain in a restless manner. That is a thing, and Yoga Bhumika helps the Siddha or the Sadhak to remain aware in this state, having no doership while doing any work, no reaction to others' actions. It's only witnessing the thing. Whatever is happening, just accept it 100%. Be in the present moment and just act without having any intention, without having any expectation from the karma phala. Whatever work, whatever action you are doing, whatever action the sadhak siddha is doing, he doesn't have any expectation of any positive or negative or any type of karma phala. That is called nishkama karma. Sri Krishna has very well explained in Bhagavad Gita what is nishkama karma, and that is a yoga bhumika. As per Shevagama, it is a yoga bhumika. That is without doing anything, without analyzing or judging, and it is just playing a role. What is a bhumika? Bhumika means a role. Yoga bhumika means playing a role from that state of chitta. Yoga is the connecting the manomay kosha to the vijnanamay kosha. That is yoga. And in that state, you are doing any role. You are acting in a play, and it is a yoga bhumika. That the bhumika, that the role you are playing without getting attached to those karmas. You are putting your 100%, because any actor who is doing that role, gets engrossed in that role, performs very well. That is a beauty of Siddha, that each and every work that he or she does is a perfect. They are perfectionist. Still, they are not attached to their own perfect works. So the perfected beings also is one of the name for such type of Siddhas. They are very perfect, but they don't find any attachment or any intention behind doing such type of works. So here the bhumika also can be seen from other parameters, that there exists the concept wherever is being seen and experienced, it's much different from our existence. That is a common person, what he or she feels that whatever is happening is different than me. That's why the Advaita happens. That's why the reaction comes in. When we feel that everything is happening around is my part only, it's through my existence only is happening, then there is Advaita happens. There is no reaction. Anything we needs to correct or anything we needs to understand becomes from the very different perspective. We become proactive in that state and no reaction happens. And that only happens through the bhumika part. That is only the very alert state, but not attached to anything or any karma. In that state, what happens? The consciousness always remains with the Atma Pariga. There is a inner circle of Atma Tattva, and there is an outer circle of the Atma Tattva. And what happens during these states? Whatever the mundane activities are happening, day-to-day activities, those are happening on the outer periphery of the Atma Tattva. And this is governed by the centrifugal outward moving force that keeps us always on the outer periphery. These are all worldly attractions or worldly things that we have to do. But the inner centripetal force is also there. That is the Kundalini Shakti that takes our attention to inner core. And that is the centripetal force that brings us towards the Atma Pariha, towards the Atma Tattva, towards our self. So what is Yoga Bhumika? Balancing these two forces. Because the yogi, that Siddha, is remaining on the earth, living day-to-day life and performing all the works. That's why he has to move outward, and at the same time he remains with full attention towards the inner core. So that is a Yoga Bhumika, that he balances these two forces. That's why his outer periphery is very limited, and he is very close to the Atma Pariga, very close with the Atma Tattva. Or in other words, he always remains with the Atma Tattva, though he is doing all the works with a neutral attitude without having uh, any reaction. And in that state, what happens? Everything is new for such Siddha. Anything what he sees becomes new, because there is no impression of anything or anybody, any persons on his chitta. The chitta memory is always clean. That's why everything is new, fresh, without having any prejudice or without having any pretext with that. So there is no reaction. Everything is new. And the Vismayo Yoga Bhumika. Why it happens? Vismaya means it is always wow condition. It's new. It's always full of Vismaya. That's why this Yoga Bhumika is such a state of the consciousness, which is always remaining with the Shiva consciousness, finding nothing other than us, finding everything new without any prejudice, is the Yoga Bhumika. And it's always awesome. It's always Vismayo Yoga Bhumika. That Siddha is always remain in a fresh state, always happy, full of enthusiasm, and full of compassion, love. All these sattva gunas are flowing through such type of Siddha. This is the 12th sutra. And with this, with such type of personality or with such type of existence of, and remaining in the Yoga Bhumika, remaining as a witness only, everything that gets every desire that gets into the such Siddha in Chitta is the virgin only. The next sutra says Ichha Shaktir Ruma Kumari. Ichha Shaktir Ruma Kumari means the energy of desire should be virgin like Uma. For such Jivan Mukta Siddha, having only performing the Yoga Bhumika, he or she has no intention for himself or herself, no own any aspect that is related to his own profit or something like that. He or she only thinks about the better causes. They work for the society, they uplift the souls, they impart knowledge and wisdom, they remain aloof. At the same time, they are very having compassion in their heart, love about the people, because everything is their own only. And that is a state. In that state, the Ichha, that desire, what is getting sprouted in inner sprout of the desire is virgin only, because it is Shiva calls it as a Ichha Shakti Ruma Kumari, means the energy of desire is virgin like Uma. Uma is a name of Parvati or Shakti, and it is a splendor of Shiva. It's always virgin. It doesn't have any pretext, or it's always new. It's always virgin. There is no selfish motive behind that. Is the willpower of such emancipated souls, and that Shiva Tattva always remains active when the desires are virgin. Desires are not coated with any selfish motive. That is the thing. And while doing any karma, there is no intention for or any selfish motive. So it becomes a proactive kriya, at the same time nishkama karma. There is no outcome of the karma. There is no favorable outcome that Siddha expects, and that becomes a very nishkama karma. He only does the karma and forgets it. That's why no sanchita karma is generated. No sanchita karma is generated, nor any kriyaman karma is generated. Only such Siddha face the prarabdha karma. So due to such Yoga Bhumika, adopting such Yoga Bhumika and having no desires or virgin desires only, the many sanchit karmas also get evaporated. for such siddha. And then what happens? Then Drishyam Shariram is the 14th sutra. For such siddha, his own body becomes Drishya, or the scenery. For the siddha, the entire world, Maya, is a scenery only. But at this level, own body becomes scenery, because the body is part of Maya, is part of the Pancha Mahabhuta. So it becomes scenery for them. That type of total detachment happens about the body also. So he never gets involved in too much caring about the body, or always thinking about the body, appearance, looks, etc. He is not bothered about all these things. Yes, body is there. We need to maintain it very well. We should be presentable. We should be free from diseases. We should keep our body healthy. These are all prerequisite for the sadhak, for doing any sadhana. A healthy body is very, very much necessary. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra also, Patanjali Muni said that not having very healthy body can become a hurdle in doing sadhana. So keeping our body healthy and maintaining the body in well manner is required, but not getting unnecessary attached to the body, only thinking about the body and looks, is of no use, because body is part of Maya. Maya means it is ever changing. Our body is ever changing. Every day many cells, thousands of cells are dying and new are getting born. So this is always changing. During the span of 70-80 years, every day we are changing. If we stick to our one sort of look, then it becomes very difficult to come out of that mindset. We become attached to our one sort of look, that I should look very good or young all the time. It's not possible. It's a wastage of energy to spend time, because this life is very precious. We should not spend much time on all these aspects. So here, that's why the siddha, he looks his body as a drishya. Like he is away from all the drishya. Like that, he is also mentally away from his body. Though he is carrying the body, but away from that. This is a yoga bhumika. This is a beauty of being a sadhak. Then hence the minor shift in our perception and thinking process of understanding the worlds around us also makes us realize the true nature of ourselves. Then only we can move inward. Always thinking about the body means always remain in outer world, or the sensory organs or the mind, chitta, always remain on the periphery and always thinking about the external items. So Shiva advises, and Shiva says that this is the state of such siddha when his body becomes scenery, drishyam shariram. This is a 14th sutra, and from 15th sutra onwards, the 15th sutra is Hridayas Chitta Sangattat Drishya Swapna Swapadarshana. Means when the chitta gets established in the heart, seeing ourselves as scenery happens. So how this Drishyam Shariram happens, it is explained in the next sutra, the 15th sutra. That we will see in the next session. Jai Gurudev.